Hello everyone, you're most welcome. We are going to learn how you can be able to access the online resources as far as the Faculty of Health Sciences is concerned. So we shall go to our main browser. You go to and type in Ndejje University in the browser, which will take you to the home page of the university. And from here, you'll straight away go to the library. Under the menu, there is library. There's a drop down and you select eResources. The moment you select eResources, it will take you to a page of this nature where we have different number of different databases. And then from here, what we've come up with a reference guide for your Faculty of Health Sciences. So among books, we have Oxford University Press, and then the rest are subscribed e-journals like the Company of Biologists, Osmosis, which is for videos, which you can also still access online, IOP, Hinari, the Royal Society. So when we go to our list here and we go for Oxford Scholarship, which is multidisciplinary, so open. So before we search, we can even browse by subject. Now we have, for example, when you go to medicine and health, this is what we have: allied health professionals, anesthetics, clinical neuroscience, clinical medicine, and so many other subjects in here, which you can have medical ethics, which you can have access to. For example, if I'm looking at medical ethics, I can search for medical ethics here. So I'll be able to access books from here. So they're giving me 36,000 results plus. So on the left-hand side of the page, you filter on the content which you have access to. And then the numbers are not dropped so much. They've dropped only 35,000 plus. And if I'm specifically looking at books, the books are 5,778. So I'll select that. And then I'll be able to access only the books here. So you can be able to read the abstract. You can check the abstract for the material. If you need to download a full book, for example, the first title is The Picture of Health, Medical Ethics and Movies. So the moment I open it in another new tab, I'll be able to look at the full book and its details. So the table of content, now this book is in parts, and within the parts, that's where you're going to find the chapters. So you'll be in position to download chapter by chapter, and all these materials have an identifier which we call the DOI. That's the Dict Object Identifier. This is a unique number for every book, and such a book which has different chapters, every chapter will have its own. Now here, if you need to download a full book, you'll have to download chapter by chapter. So if I go to this chapter of Frankenstein and Birth of Medical Ethics, I'll open the chapter, and then it has its own DOI, as I've said earlier, and then you can be able to download a PDF. You can be able to share the chapter on these different social media platforms or by email. You can be able to do the citation. The moment you click on cite, it will give you the citation, and then you select which one of your interest. And then if I need a PDF, I'll just click on PDF, and the page will be displayed on the screen, of which I'll be in position to download it offline. So that's how you can be able to access books under Oxford Scholarship online. And if you need to reduce or change the subject, you can change the subject. You can indicate a specific date, for example, from which year and which month up to which year and which month. For example, if I needed the latest, maybe since these are books, I can say 2023, January up to 2025, and we are in October, I'll say September, and then update. Remember, it's within my same subject of medical ethics. I want to find out whether they have any publication. in line with what I'm looking for. Good. They have 2033 materials which are published within that period. The first title is Environmental Ethics and Medical Reproduction, and so on. The mental health of medical students, supporting well-being in medical education. So the books are there. So the chapter which we are downloading, it is here as well. So it has been downloaded. So you'll be able to download it offline. You'll go into the right-hand side corner where I have the drop down for download. Then you download it and save it anywhere you would like to save it. So this can be done also on a phone or a tablet. So then when we go back to our list, others are journal databases. For example, the Company of Biologists, then there is Osmosis. So when you go to the Company of Biologists, these are articles. When you go to Osmosis, these are videos. Let's look at Osmosis first. So the moment you are in Osmosis, students, you've been given an email, which our subject liaison librarian has shared. So you have to come here and sign in for you to be able to access these videos. So you come here, you click on sign in, and we have an email which we're supposed to log in, and that email is healthsciences@students.ndu.ac.ug. So if you've not yet received it, you'll get it from one of our liaison staff who deals with your faculty. So you log in and then you are able, that's the email which all of us were supposed to use. Okay, next. And then its password. That's the password. Then you go to next. So it will take us back to the page of Osmosis. So these are online videos which will help you, especially when you're going to the labs. So you can see there are flashcards, there are questions, and so on. So when we are here, so we've logged in. So you can be able to access the materials in here. So you search for which type of video you need, and then you'll be in position, or you can go by topic. There are a number of topics. For example, if I'm looking at the anatomy, which is too general, let me look at blood and the hypothetical systems. So if I click on that to take me to the videos in that area, so you can see there is histology, there is microbiology, where we have virals, parastatics, primary infections of lipioids, tissue, pathology, anemia, psychopinus, psychemia, anemia, and so on. So you'll be able to access them. So they're just loading, but all these coagulational disorders, that is hypercoagulable and hypercoagulable conditions. So you'll be able to access this video. So you just click on the video and then you watch it from there. And then because that's the subject which we clicked on, infectious and immunological disorders. Remember, we selected our major subject, which we selected was on anatomy. So anatomy has a lot. And then you can see all these different videos, so which you can be able to hypermatopic medications, blood groups and transfusions, blood components, that is under physiology, RBC production, blood groups and transfusion, hematosis. So you'll be able to access a lot of videos here. If you need cancer medication, if you select cancer, there is anti-tumor antibiotics, DNA analytic medication, monoclonal antibodies, ribonucleotide reductaside inhibitors, there is microtubule inhibitors, antimetabolites of cancer treatment, and so on. So you'll be able to access all these videos. They are not so long. Some are having 9 minutes, some are having 19 minutes. So you'll be able to access them online, and then this will help you so much when you go into the field. So that is Osmosis, and that is how you can be able to access it. The rest of the databases, they are for print materials, but Osmosis is for videos. Then we have the Company of Biologists, where you can search and then you'll be able to access the materials of your interest. Then we also have on our list, we have IOP, we have the Inari database. Now, Inari, it has both ebooks and e-journal articles. It's a database supported by a World Health Organization. For example, if I'm looking at psycho, oh, sorry. Let me look at human anatomy. So if I'm searching for human anatomy, of course, that will be too broad, but that is my search. So I'm under Hinari, so I'll be able to get a number of results here. Some are articles, some are books. You can see we have access to 1,919,000 results. And then, so they are telling you online lessons on human anatomy experiences during the COVID-19 pandemic. If this is what I need, I can be able to download the article. This is an article. They will indicate that it's an article. If it's a book, they'll also indicate that it's a book. But most of these which are here, they are articles. You can be able to share by email. The moment you go on the right-hand side of each material, there are different icons. There's an icon for saving, a permanent link. That's a link which you can copy and share with colleagues. You can pick a citation, you can email, and then there are more actions here of different referencing tools. So if I need a PDF, I'll just open it in a new tab. If I need to read it online, I'll just click on online, and then I'll be able to access these materials. Then on the left-hand side of the page is what we call filtering, as we've seen it in other databases. So you can filter and say that you're looking at anatomy and physiology, or you're looking at medicine in particular. And you can also say that you need only journal articles, or you need book chapters. And then there's also or you only need books. So if you only need books and you click on books, then you'll be able to access the books. For example, let's click on books and see what we have. So we have 3,712 materials. So, but however, most of their books here, they are online. So if you need to go back, you can just check back, and then it will give you a list. You can customize the range of the dates of publication, or you can be specific and select a specific year or specific years. Then you can also look at the subject area. You can decide that you need maybe human anatomy in science and technology, or in life science and biomedicine, depending on your interest. Then they also have subjects. If you don't need English and you need maybe other languages, unfortunately, what we have here, they are only international languages, which you can be able to select which language of your interest. This especially goes to the international students if you need to change the language so that you can be able to get exactly the results of your interests. So if we check the material we've been able to get here, it's one-page item so that you can be able to get results here under research for life. Then when we go back to our customized list here, after looking at those number of databases which you can access, and emphasizing that you can be able to access even videos under osmosis, now you can be able to access this under off-campus, that is MyLoft, the off-campus access, and you are required to use your student email address created for you by our ICT department. Then you'll be able to access these resources. But if you're on the university network and you're in university, you don't need to go under MyLoft. So the moment you come and register with us, you have an account and you'll be able in position to activate it. Then you'll be able to access these databases under MyLoft. MyLoft will help you when you're using your own data, or you've gone to the hospitals, you are doing field work, you on the ward, and you need to access these resources. You are not in the university, then you'll be in position to use this MyLoft database, rather MyLoft remote access, where you can be able to access the resources as you've accessed them directly through our list from the university website. So that's how you can be able to access, and I wish you the best and success. God bless you. Bye.